The Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway formed on July 9, 1847. Like many of the railways at the time, they absorbed a number of small railways in forming a new company. The railway did not have a direct link with London, but it was the third largest railway system in northern England. It owned 1,650 locomotives on its books. The company lasted until it was absorbed into the London and North Western Railway on New Year's Day 1922, a year before the Grouping Act of 1923, when it formed as part of the London, Midland and Scottish Railway, one of the biggest in all of Britain. The locomotive we are looking at today is one of the Class 5 tank engines designed by Sir John Audley Frederick Aspinall. Over 310 were built at Horwich Works from 1889 to 1911. The class lasted right up until retirement from 1927 to 1961. Sadly, only one of these engines survives, number 1008, the first of the class preserved at the National Railway Museum in York. Hello and welcome again to another Mark on Track. I apologise for the long absence. Things have been getting in the way here at the Model Railway Club where we're filming today, where we had to do a fair bit of work on Lacey Dale as we've been extending the lower level, and I'll get to that at another time. The locomotive I have here to review today is the new Bachmans Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Class 5 tank engine. Now this product came out just before Christmas last year, 2013, and it was announced a year before in Bachman's catalogue. I had this on order for quite some time. As when I first saw it, I thought, I think I'll have this, as it looked really nice. The locomotive itself is a 242 tank engine, and they were used all over the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway scene. They were built by Sir John Aspinall, that's his name. They were built between 1889 and 1911. There were over, it says here, 330 locomotives built, so that's quite a large amount for tank engines. They were used all over the network and were absorbed into the LMS and worked throughout the LMS days in the Lancashire and Yorkshire areas. The last one, or the only one to be preserved, is number 1008, which is at the York Railway Museum, and it's still there today. And that model featured as a special edition for York's shop. Unfortunately, that sold out really quickly. There was a choice between that and this. But anyway, let's have a look at the product. As always, it comes in this nice Bachman box. Sleeve comes off. Ooh. A little bit of history of the class on the back. Ice box. Yeah, how tight these get. Instructions. Guaranteed. Standard bits there. Ice box. Out of the ice box. There's some detailing parts here, which are chain link coupling, plastic, so you could add them on. There are two fin couplers here, which I removed when I was playing around with this earlier. Let's have a look at it. Out they come. Here's the locomotive. Very, very fine detail they've put on this. Very nice. As you can see, it is a 242, two wheels here, 4 driving wheels and 2 wheels at the back, pony wheels. It's a really nice one, and here it is in LMS. As you can see here, sort of yellow and red LMS lettering, which would have dated it from around the 20s up until the 1930s, give or take. It's even got, it's very hard to see here, it's even got a small LMS, I think this says on it, that says Derby, or because they were built at Horwich, I think it says LMS. Oh, it's hard to see. It also has a year on it, but I don't think we're going to see it on the camera that close either. This is a really nice locomotive. It's very heavy, got a lot of weight in it, so traction isn't going to be a problem. They've done a really good amount of detail here. You've got all these nice rivets along the footplate, all around the boiler, so your rivet counter, you're spoiled. There's a fair bit of rivets along the top of the cab as well. Coal is removable. You've got really nice detail inside the cab. You've got space to put in the crew because the doors are actually open, so you could actually pop the crew in and glue them in, or blue tack them in. The buffers are again sprung. These are plastic buffers, but they feel a bit more solid this time round. It really is a nice locomotive. I was actually hoping they were going to do the coal tank, but of course this came out first, so I thought, oh, this looks nice. And I got it. Really nice brake gearing they've put underneath as well. As you can see here, you've got like the exhausts, wheels, even this water scoop, because these locomotives famously were given water scoops, so on fast runs they could scoop up water. That's the first time I've ever heard of a tank engine carrying water scoops. So you've got the nice little water scoop just under here. Of course it doesn't actually work, but you can see that they've really gone out their way to add in lots of detail. Of course they have one locomotive they could scan to do this, and that's the one at York. This I think is a really nice model. I mean, the number of this loco is 10695 or 10,695, or I just say 10695, which is its LMS numbers. It's really nice detail, and you've got the NEM pockets here, one end, both ends. Put in a coupler of your choice, or you can add in the chain link hook couplings for detail, or if you want to go the extra mile, you can add in sort of Romford chain link coupling. So got an actual chain link coupling loco. So let's see it on the test track. The locomotive itself is DCC ready, and it does take a 6-pin chip which will fit inside the mechanism here. So you can either run it DC and DCC. I've run it DC so far, and it actually runs really smoothly. But of course in the end I would like to DCC it, and if someone likes to sound chip it, I'd like to sound chip it and see what it sounds like, if someone's done a sound chip for it, because the real loco hasn't really moved for many years, which is a shame.